What I just tell you? No. Hi, my blossoms. Welcome back to my channel. Just a messenger 828. Authentically me, authentically you. We forever blessed. I'm going to start this out by saying if you like this reading or any of my other readings, please, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Always check the description box. That is where you can reach me if you would like a personal reading. I'm doing $15.15. What does my higher self want me to know at this moment? Readings. They are available. I am available. Email me. That email will be in the description box. Also, where you can send payment or send donation will be in the description box as well. You can also reach me in any other social media platforms. That will be listed in the description box as well. Throat chakra is very significant. When I came on here, let me clear my throat. Somebody got something to say. Let me clear my throat. This could be you, collective, that has something to say, but also someone else that's watching you with bad intentions. The opposing forces. The ops got something to say too. Okay, 222 on the timer. I posted a reading at 2:22 a.m. That reading might relate to this. Okay. Uh, this is the follow up to the last live. Okay. Them people that's trying to they trying to kiss butt now, but the situation is deceased. I just got confirmation. Throat chakra. Let me clear my throat. Archangel Michael, send that energy back to the sender. May they have it indefinitely for eternity. I say amen, and so it is. There are persons, entities, corporations, even contracts, known and unknown, seen and unseen, heard of and unheard of, that want to come and, if they owe you, let them pay you. They need to repay that debt back. But them repaying that debt back here on the physical, after God told them no, stop, as you heard in the beginning of the live, I was telling my child, no, stop, leave it alone. What did I tell you? This is God talking to his children. Because even though those people refused God, they're still his children. They are. Something's about to be a movie. Something is about to be a movie. How it goes down. Like literally, this whole situation can end up turning into a movie. You can make profit off your story. This can be a biopic, a tell-all, something about a book too. You can probably make a book out of it too. Who knows? Okay. Excuse me. Confirmation. A book will probably go more into detail and a breaking down of everything. They don't always put everything in the movie, right? Excuse me. This could be a book that is turning into a movie too. Okay. But if you pay attention to the energy, if you pay attention, especially if you have knowledge that knowledge given to you by your ancestors, that the Most High, bloop bloop, you get downloads. Pay attention to those that you already got downloads about. Watch them. They watching you. Watch them back. These are people that can't look you in the eye either. or you can't look them in the eye. Vice versa. It's vice versa. It's vice versa. And it's because the energy, what's being done, misuse of power. Energy is power, literally power bill, energy bill, misuse of power, misuse of energy. These people played with energy too much. They played in your energy too much. They played too much. They didn't sit down somewhere. God told them to stop. They did not. The importance of obedience. I even did a reading. In that reading, I believe, in that series of readings, I touched on it doesn't always, you don't always have to obey your parents. You honor them, but not obey them, because what are they doing with that power, with that title, with that energy of being your parent? Are they doing some shisty, scheming, fraudulent things? Or are they upright? Are they a God fearing person? God knows your heart, God knows their heart. And just like you was born in this world alone, even if you were born with a twin, you were born in this world alone. God knows your soul, and it's that interaction with God that you have that solidifies your place in heaven. Like literally, they, and it's a coffin. It's the situation is literally somebody literally might be passing. My condolences. I don't think no one ever wants that to be the extent of how far it goes. But when they don't listen to warnings, when they don't listen when God tells them no, stop, sit down, stop, no, 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 he get tired of having to repeat himself. He get tired of extending grace and mercy when the one that deserves all the grace and the mercy and the blessings and all of that is the one that's getting plotted and schemed on. God gonna have to, he will show up like he did in one of my readings. He showed up. You can't see him, but you can feel that energy come through. That power, that energy. If you know it, if you truly know it, if you truly know him, you'll identify it. Your discernment has to be on point. There's people walking around here oblivious to who God is and his energy. They don't have that discernment. They didn't do their inner work on themselves to order in order to reach that level. They didn't have that personal relationship with God. And I know for a lot of people it seems very blasphemous for people with, oh, they got these cords and then that's the devil and da. Baby, I ain't picked up no card yet, not one. And I know I'm hitting somebody dead in the head with this. I know I am. The great I am. I know I am. I know the great I am. Greater, for he that is within me, the power invested. God invests his energy, his power into those that know him, into those that obey him, into those that have learned the importance of obedience to him in the discernment of energies. You have to discern whether or not is this coming from God or is this coming from other people's God. That's not so, that's not all powerful. Let me put it like that. Because he's got power of persuasion, he's got power of manipulation, he's got power in this physical realm. That's how God made it. But when you have the power of God with you, with God and anime on my side, who can defeat me? Type shit. How you can see right through it. You can see right through him. The evils of Lucy was all around me. Ooh, yikes. Okay. I heard bring him out, but I heard point him out. Let me clear my throat. Yeah. So God is God is using His anointed prophets that He knew before they were in their mother's womb to point out the corruption, the manipulation, the plotting, the screaming, the fraudulent activity, the fraudulent plotting, scheming, manipulating energies. Those that side with the things of this world. When I say the things of this world, the one that can manipulate the physical, God can too, but it comes in from the spirit first. It takes time, little baby. But today I got time, little baby. You know, time is of the essence. You gotta stay patient. You know, time is of the essence. You gotta stay patient. You know, time is of the essence. Divine timing. That's another Trippy Red song, by the way. Okay, okay. I don't. When I listen to an artist, side note, okay, side note. When I listen to an artist, I'm not gonna like every song. Just like with people interact with other people. They're not gonna like every person. They're not gonna like everything that somebody does, right? You pick out the things that you like. You pick out what resonates. You pick what
I am
resonates.
Alice, I'm in Wonderland. Where's the rabbit? Is
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Will overheat for no reason. For no reason at all. At all. No reason. Will overheat. So things will be on cam to a certain extent. Yeah. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. Because I can't help the fact that that phone call got interrupted. That's so weird. And it's so weird that YouTube kept alive. I took the battery out my phone and YouTube kept the live up. When other times it's just bloop bloop. My live had got cut off one time from YouTube, and the phone wasn't overheating. It wasn't doing nothing like that, but like live got cut off. I mean maybe it's my energy. Maybe it's just maybe it's too much. I don't know. All I know is that shiesty games are being played until they can't be played anymore. Because once again, they can't they can't kiss butt no more. Uh, coffin, coffin. Put them in a coffin. I just heard put them in a coffin. Put them in a coffin. Somebody could have ordered that upon YouTube. Like Burger King certificate. Somebody ordered somebody like have it your way at BK. Um, somebody ordered somebody to be put in a coffin, and that's not end it, whatever it is. Your career, your your life, your livelihood, your finances, love situations. Yeah, can't they can't stop it. They can only delay, not stop. Everything they do is not definite. The only force in this life that can definitely end is is God. The dev, the, the low vibrational energy can manipulate to make you go down a path that will ultimately lead to you being ended because you're doing too much. But he can't end anything. He knows it. That's the tactic, strategy. Them Boondocks board meetings. Them dang Boondocks board meetings. They having Boondocks board meetings about people that people that for on people that actually know God, that actually communicate with God on a regular basis, that actually know the way. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Do you know the way? We're gonna start with this deck, and judgment is what's here before shuffling. So yeah, them horns. People are hearing horns. Okay, I just heard you can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring a ding a ding my. The call is also too like literally I got a phone call. The call interrupted the live, which is fine. I picked up that call. Okay, you hear me? No hesitation. But trying to end something that ultimately the creator created, even the creator created you, and even created the situation. He created the being that is trying to manipulate you into in the situation. He created everything, and it baffles me how people are trying to end something that they did not create when the creator created it to be. And so if the creator created it to be and you're trying to end it, now you're God talk. Now it's out of the physical being's hands. It's in God's hands. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. And I feel, bro, most of these people that's doing this, they don't heard songs like that. They don't been in sermons like that. They don't been in churches and hearing things like that, and they still try. They still try. It's insanity. It's insanity. Cause you know the outcome, and you know if you keep going, what the outcome would be. You've been told. You've been warned. You've been warned multiple times. You've been told to sit down. You've been told stop, and you still keep going. I feel like the next offense will be their last. They can't kiss ass no more. Coffin, put them in a coffin. So what does collective need to know in regards to these people that are trying to kiss ass, save face, trying to get back in good graces? So they trying to climb their way back. Ooh, Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. I'm a soldier of the cross. Oh man, you know what just hit me like a ton of bricks? The cross. Point of access. Point of access. God will meet you at your point of access. He will send everything to you that's meant to be for you at your point of access. He will also, okay? So that's not always blessings. What you've reaped, you will sow. So that's what will meet you at the point of access. Also, crossroads are significant. Somebody could have went to the crossroads to try to end something. You do know when you go to the crossroads. Hey, that's first of all, if you watched American Horror Story, hidden information, Two Swords Energy, hidden information. Get away from the cabal. But I almost said getting away from the cabal. So that's what's going to be happening. You're going to be getting away from the cabal in reverse. So this is the reverse energy. Shadow banding, shadow banding cowards, manipulating, overheating, trying to do what they do best, all that they can do. They gave their all to the situation. So if you gave your all to a losing situation, guess what? You gambled it, right? And so you lose all your earnings. That means you're in debt, right? If you watch American Horror Story, uh, Coven specifically, she goes to the crossroads. If you watch Cloak and Dagger, the, they went to the crossroads. So crossing, trying to snipe or cross out your destiny, divine feminine energy, the Empress energy. Yeah, it's a reset to that. It's a reset to that. It's resetting. Mm-mm. Nope. I heard null and void, so it's canceled. It cancels out. In reverse, it says mirror time. These people need to look in the mirror. If I'm your reflection, then baby, it should be an angel. 'Cause when the light hits you just right, one could mistake you for a star. That is exactly what you are. Mirror by Janae Aiko. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yikes. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Yikes. Um, chills on that one. Please listen to that song. I did not do that. No justice. No justice. So they need to face the shadow of themselves. Halls of a mentee is coming to mind because that's where when a spirit or a soul transitions, they go through the halls of a mentee to learn their lessons. Once they've learned their lessons, then they're granted access to heaven's gates. But you still have to have that one-on-one count, consultation consultation with the creator before he lets you in. And it's like your last ditch effort to make it right with the creator before he lets you in. If you don't, if you try to lie and manipulate, he will see that energy on you and he will place you where you need to go with that energy on you. A home is significant. A home, not homecoming. Homecoming could be significant, but a home going. Put them in a coffin. Put them in a coffin. Put them in a coffin. So once again, someone went to the crossroads and tried to put you in a coffin. That's where they'll end up. That, dang. So technically, the destiny swap was successful, but only in the intentions that they had for you. The intentions that they had for you, collective, will be theirs. That's that destiny swap. It swapped back on them. So it was successful. It swapped. It just didn't swap in the way they wanted to swap at. By a landslide, I heard. And Divine Feminine just popped out again. Because I just heard somebody, oh, we didn't see that. We didn't see the currents. We didn't see the currents. But people be weird on the internet, so you can't see my child. So, I gotta do what I gotta do. We got the Four of Pentacles. Stinginess. These people want it to be stingy with your energy, with your power, with what comes along with you. Over here it says not really though. Like you're not really stingy. So people could have been saying that you were being stingy, but you're not stingy at all. You're not a stingy person. You're stingy with your energy, you're stingy with your time, you're stingy with you set boundaries. Imposter syndrome. So like once again, this is people saying that you were stingy, but not really. You're not really an imposter. That's projected energy. It wasn't even yours. Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Sanctuary. This is wholeheartedly self-care. Putting your focus back on you. Putting your focus back on where it needs to be. So of course you're not gonna care about them trying to come back and kiss ass. You're focused on what you need to focus on. So the people are gonna call you stingy. These people are gonna call you Don't it don't matter. It don't matter because when they had it, when they had what you were supposed to have, were they stingy with it? That's that's literally the destiny swapping back again. All that energy that they had, keep that same energy. They're keeping it. It is theirs to have indefinitely until they're able to meet God at them gates. And they need to confess to Him. They need to be honest with Him. Mm. A soul that doesn't, ooh, oh God, okay. A soul that doesn't know honesty will not be permitted in my gates, is what he said. Hence why honesty is on the dang banner of my page. A soul that does not know honesty will not be permitted in my gates, he said. Well, of fortune, fate. When they when they tried to do what they did, they sealed their fate. Their actions, what they tried to do to a high priest empress energy, sealed their fate. Prophetic revelations, fakes, phonies, and upright prophetic revelations, fate. Reverse, you have fakes, phonies, liars, deceivers clinging to control. So the upright energy, collective, this is you. The reverse energy, fakes, phonies, liars, deceivers clinging to control. Forcing past situations, trying to force the past on you, trying to keep your past narrative on you when you have moved from that address. You no longer live in that energy anymore. You were able to go through your halls of a mentee, you did your shadow work, and you elevated. They want to keep you de elevated in every way. They don't want you elevating. Mount Everest on these bitches. Mount Everest. Mount Everest. New heights. Opportunities are present upright. New heights for the Empress. It's faded. It's faded. It's faded. It's faded. Oh my gosh. Okay, a whole heap came out. The four cards came out like this. These came out in reverse, like this, showing face. And these came out reverse, not showing face. Okay? We got the Ten of Pentacles, bankruptcy, Debt. Didn't I say debt? They'll be in debt. The wheels turning. The wheels turning. Okay. Two of swords in reverse. That hidden information, truth is being revealed about it. Realizing truth. The truth is being realized. Okay. Now in reverse for these, Queen of Cups in reverse. Fragile. Curl up into a ball. This is someone that's like going through it. Neglect of self. With the Empress, I believe it is. Nope, that's nurturing. What is it? Sanctuary. Self care. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Fragile. So these people are not within the sanctuary. Uh, we raise our hands in the sanctuary and give him the glory. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah to our God. On one accord, every praise is to our God. They weren't praising God. They weren't worshiping God. They weren't being obedient to God. Now they're fragile emotions, anxiety, guilt. There's a lot going on. Neglect of self. Neglect of self. This is also the energy to try to put on the Empress. It's being reversed. It's being reverse. Reverse. Even with death, even with death in reverse, it's still decaying here. So someone's a ex energy, a clone energy. Someone tried to clone you. Someone tried to clone their ex. Someone tried to get with somebody that's like their ex because they want their ex, but they can't be with their ex because they did too much stuff and they forfeited that connection with their ex. It decayed. That connection decayed. It's put them in a coffin. Resisting change. Bankruptcy. It's too late. Oh my God, the Ten of Pentacles. I just saw that. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late to kiss your ass. Put them in a coffin. Someone's someone's ex or past situations are dying. Like it's done. The cord's cut, and no one had to physically Empress, not Empress, but Empress. You're a high priestess. So if you resonate with the divine feminine Empress energy, you have psychic, mystic powers. You're connecting. A human angel. A human angel. And you use your instincts when it comes to the situation, and you're in the sanctuary of God, and truth will always be revealed to you because you are aligned with the truth, the way. We got Pluto here. Pluto destroy me. That's Pluto by why is her name escaping me? Melanie Martinez. Inner power, taking big steps. Your strength is destroying because they didn't know who they were coming up against. They didn't know how strong you were. They didn't know the hand of God works with you, works for you. Excuse me, with the Ace of Wands, that's his hand is always moving things around for you in your favor. When I said moving, it reminded me of the movie The Cube. Okay, if you watch the movie The Cube, the rooms would switch. It would switch in every room. It was like dumb ways to die, but a thousand ways to die. It was like a multiple ways that people could die in that room. I think one room it was like acid, it was like laser beams, and I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched that movie, but God is making sure that though like that the situation is done. And what's crazy is that movie The Cube, and it was a governmental experiment that was um the only person that ended up getting out was someone that was considered mentally retarded or mentally disabled. Let me put it like that. He was the only one able to get out. He knew the code. We better stop making fun of them people that don't operate like normal. Well, what's normal? Because all them normal people had passed away in the experiment. The only person that was able to get out was a mentally challenged boy. God made a way, putting an end to struggles. God's unwavering hand, unchanging hand. God, the only thing that's constant is God's hand over your life. Everything else can change. Everything else can change. Anything can happen. Anything could happen. Anything can. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's Ellie Goulding. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, the truth. The sun came out right over the divine feminine, wheel of fortune, and the queen of cups of reverse. People gotta come together. Things have to come together. All things are working for my good. He's intentional, never failing. All things are working for my good. He's intentional, radiant, never failing. We had these two come out. So first the world came out, wholeness, put on the armor, full armor of God, and feeling loved and grateful. So I feel like you will reach wholeness, okay, because of the decaying of these cords. People connected. People tried to bind themselves to your pentacle by being stingy with the pentacle that's yours. So when that cord gets cut, what they grew with your energy, with your power, is gonna start decaying because you were the source for them. Instead of going to the actual source that strengthens you and that is all powerful and never failing, there ain't no power outages with God. There's no power outage with God. That energy source is never failing. So instead of them plugging in with God, they try to plug to you to get what was for you. And God was like, oh, 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 oh. I know, I know, ain't no thieving, ain't no thieving. And look, scheming with the seven of swords here, scheming and plotting on high priestess energy, scheming and plotting on your sanctuary, your peace, because God's son, Jesus, is the King of Peace. God gives me peace like a river that flows every day, and it flows from the mountains, Mount Everest, and it flows through the valleys, on high and below. Peace, peace is restored. Peace is restored from scheming, gossip, people that was trying to take and give me everything. I was trying to take everything from you. It's restored. It's restored. People that was trying to take everything from you, alienate you, and they just kept trying and trying and trying and trying shit, trying switch it up, trying shit, trying shit. But ultimately, they will be left out in the cold. So the ones that's trying to kiss your ass will be the ones that's left out in the cold. The ones that try to steal from you, the one that's try to say that you were this, you were that, gossiping, scheming on you. I feel like this is like a repetitive message because they were told most of the times to stop. So they gotta be exposed most of the times. Every time they do it, they get exposed. Every time they do it, they get exposed. Every time they try to come up against you, hinder you, stop you, block you, take what's yours, energy, time, essence, physical blessings, everything. Every time they try to do it, it gets exposed. A few years ago, I said it's exposing season. It's exposure. Exposure. The sun. The exposure comes out. High exposure. Everything gets white. Everything gets white and filled with the light of the Lord. So everything will be shown. They get to that gate, they got to confess to him. If they don't, and they still try to keep that deceptive, low vibrational, demonic energy on them, they're going to go right where that is. Simple. They don't want to do that though. They want to wear your cloak. Joseph, they want to wear your favor. I just saw James Brown when he would be performing and they come through and put that cape on him, that blanket on him. Mhm. So let's see who is trying to kiss your ass. Let's go into that. I ain't got another time, little baby. I got I got time today, cuz. I got time today, cuz. Trippy Red is coming up for a hard channel, hard channel. Like the songs that I like from Trippy have been like channeled hard lately. Something about family, family room, truth coming out, truth being exposed. The year 2021 can be significant. This could be something in regards to your family, like the family that you've created, but also the family you hail from. But go, please go and watch the pairing. That video, that reading is significant. It all ties. Every single video that I've posted for the past month or two is tying to each other. It's a build up, a big build up for a huge collapse. I know y'all want to see the cards, and my child is he's over there, so he's chilling. So I want y'all to now. Anything else for this? Excuse me. This is coming over the scheming, the world, definitely reverse decay, bad health. Someone literally might be decaying. Okay. Erosion, erosion, uh, erosion of the liver. I just heard, or corrosion of something like failure. They failed. They failed. So the trade-off is bad health for doing what they did to Empress High Priest energy and distant horizons. This Empress energy will receive all the truth and wholeheartedly will be at peace with what it is. Yeah, because there's some people that's gonna be in prison. These booty munchers. These people are trying to. They're gonna be in prison in multiple ways in one. You do know, like Doctor Strange showed that people could be in prison in vacuums of space, just little pockets in space. Like literally floating in space for eons. Superman. Isn't there like if you know Superman, isn't there like wasn't he in prison? Wasn't Kyle in prison in space? They did. Okay, mental imprisonment, spiritual imprisonment. Spiritual imprisonment is you being locked out of heaven for too long. You make me they feel like it. Fragile, curled up in the ball, neglected. They're not taking care of themselves no more. This is like deep depression. Goodness gracious, I don't like this energy because I wouldn't want to wish this on nobody, but they wished it upon you, collective. They wished it upon me, collective. Adjudication. Truth being shown, they look real suspicious. So imprisonment is the outcome for that. The number is going down, not up. The number is going down, not up. I want y'all to see this right here at the bottom of the deck here, and then right here at the back of the deck here. There's no way around it. They can try to escape, but there's no way around it. From the front and the back. From the front to back, is you feeling that? Bent my hands up for you to keep me. Gonna take my man, see I don't need that. Where my girls at? From front to back, is you feeling that? Try to take my man, see I don't need that. So you played yourself. Ooh, they played themselves. They played themselves. They played themselves. They did. They did. They played themselves. So them trying to come back and kiss ass, they know they played themselves. They know they put themselves in a very bad position. They kept trying to put you in a bad position with scheming, gossip, slandering. But that return, that swap back, ultimately led them to where that is. And I want you to know, in the pairing reading, it from the mountains, so on high and down low, from people that have high behind tax brackets to the lowest of tax brackets are all involved. All of them. all of them will receive judgment, imprisonment in some way or form, bad health in some way or form. Let's get a few more cards and I'll end it. A few more cards on this. Who's who's trying to kiss ass energy, but they can't kiss ass because the situation is put in a coffin. Is deaded. God is ending it. Yeah, that war they started up, it's being ended, and it's all over. What's 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 meant for you to be received? That's divine feminine energy is receiving energy. It's all over what was meant for you to be received. They try to receive what you wanted to receive. Ew, y'all. Like, oh, I literally just got like from the front to back. Is you feeling that song? Try to take my man. See, I don't need that. So you played yourself. There could be other men that wanted your man, but your man don't go that way, so they're mad. They mad because they can't get that D. But the only D that they're getting is decay and death. Because while trying to get the D that's yours in God's eyes, they were getting a whole bunch of other D's, right? That landed them in bad health. These could be people that were all fornicating with each other. All these people that were fornicating with each other received what they wanted while fornicating with each other, what they wished while fornicating with each other, their intentions, sex magic, while fornicating with each other, they received that sentence for you. Because that's what you were manifesting while you were doing that. So, of course, it would come back to you because that's your energy. Just because you thought about a person while doing that doesn't mean they get that's what you get, because that energy signature from your pineal gland, yeah, that was imprinted on them. Lipstick stains, red lipstick stains, kisses. Who they been kissing? Kissing and telling. Mm. Ooh, kissing and telling, or kissing and not telling. Either way, who they been kissing? People been eating booties. People been sucking and licking and doing all that nasty stuff. Mm. They did all that. Oh, these are people that slept. People in low places slept with people in high places. See, the thing about sleeping with people in low places, they'll do anything and they'll do anybody. And with the amount of diseases that are going around, that's not safe. And because you were being stingy, this is people being, well, you're being stingy with your sexual energy. You're not out here doing what you used to do anymore. Okay, I used to be a 305. I did. I didn't sell it either. Yeah. I learned my lessons with that. And I stopped. When I met my person, I was like, I don't want to do that. No. I want that for the rest of my life. I do. I do. Oh, y'all, hold on. I gotta show y'all. I gotta show y'all. Hold on. I gotta show y'all. Hold on. That's the ice cream. It's good as fuck too. It's so good. It's so good. And this is what you could be saying about your person. This is what your person could be saying. It's so good. It's so good. And they mad. Oh, I want some of that. Oh my god, I want some of that. But it's limited edition. It's limited edition. These are people that had an opportunity, right? They saw it in the grocery store and they didn't get it. They passed it up. So now they're like, oh, I, I wish I had that. No, no, you don't, because you had the opportunity and you passed it up. that one of these, excuse me, the back of one of these cards said opportunities. You see that? You see how God be putting that together? You see how God be putting that together? It's not always the cards, baby, because I even the messages that I wrote on these cards are channeled. God God led me to do what I did in order to get that. I didn't know how it was going to play out in every reading. I didn't know that it was going to connect how it connect. Only God knows that type of level of connectivity. Only God knows that. I'm just privy to the information because of my discernment and my obedience to Him. He lets me in on it. And not everything. I don't know everything. Never said. Emotional intelligence. There we go. You having the emotional intelligence, the intelligence to know. Goodness gracious, y'all. Y'all hear me shuffling? Y'all can't see it, but you hear me. You hear it. You hear that? Someone liking what they hearing. Some people might not like what they're hearing. Caution and reverse. They threw caution to the wind. Y'all heard that? Trying to attack my throat chakra. No, that's a null and void. That's a null and void. Can't do that no more. And it doesn't affect anymore. Okay? They threw caution to the wind. With these lipstick stains, they threw caution to the wind when they were doing that. And now they got bad health. They threw caution to the wind in every situation that were in, like, they didn't, the red lipstick stains is like red flags to me. They were getting told no, don't do that, don't do that. They annoyed their spiritual team, and they threw caution to the wind. They said, "Wee, I'm gonna go down this slide. I'm gonna slide on this pole," not knowing that pole got uncurable. You know, not knowing that pocketbook got some very, very dusty coins and bills and debt. Indebted vagina? Oh my god, decaying vagina. Uh-oh, they're caught up. In the distant future, they're going to be caught up because the whole truth is going to be revealed. Finding evidence, getting caught, cheating. These people could have even been cheating and they were like bad choices. They made bad choices. These people that are trying to come back in case ass made bank failure. Bankruptcy is on one of these cards out here. They're mad about it. But you can't be mad at other people because of your bad choices. Bad choices. Collective, you watching it go down, you enjoying the gossip, or they was enjoying gossip on you, watching stuff go down, and they're in their feelings now because they should have used that. They should have used that in their endeavors. They should have used that, but they didn't. They made bad choices. Take it how it resonates because this could even be like you realizing, okay, in my past I made bad choices by not using that, but I learned from it and I didn't get anything that was incurable. I stopped what I was doing. I stopped going down that path. I said, skirt. God said, okay, you gonna listen to me? And I said, skirt. Yep, I'm stopping. I'm listening. Okay, stop doing that. Okay, I stopped. That's the one you can give it to. That one right there. Okay, I give that one. I made the decision to get that limited edition, and it's so good. And they're mad because you're enjoying something that they can't. Whether it's money, a person, your energy, you're enjoying your own energy, and they mad because they can't enjoy it no more. Again, they made bad choices. Now they're tired of the drama that comes with all of their bad choices, but they're tired of the drama that comes with all of their bad choices. Okay, also like pregnancy. Somebody could be like, I I regret who I had children with or who I allowed to create a child with me. There's some situations like that too. Take it how it resonates. This is for a collective. Okay? There's so many different storylines. But all in all of that is going to lead to them. People are restless because they know they're finna go to jail. They're finna go to prison, to be exact. There was a reading I did, I don't know how many years ago. Um, and in that reading, I know I spoke about the dream that I had. I wrote it down in my journal. But in my dream, I remember this dream. I had to intersect. I had to intersect a uh, a substance deal. If you get what I'm saying, I intercepted a substance deal, and um, when it was all said and done, and they got everybody involved in it, I had to go down to the precinct, the jail. Okay, I had to go down to the jail headquarters, the cop headquarters, and as I'm walking in, I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of people, and they were making fun of me as I'm walking by. They were talking about my weight, my size, my body. They were talking about. They were just throwing daggers, throwing swords by their words at me. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. I'm human. That shit hurt. But ultimately, they only did that because they knew, oh, she's coming in. Fuck. So they tried to say anything to hurt, to make it hurt, because they knew that their pain was gonna be longer lasting than the pain that they tried to give me right then and there. These are the same people that's gonna try to kiss your ass because they want to avoid being in that cell. You lift your head up high no matter what they say, and you go in there and you tell them people the truth, because it will prevail. They tried. They tried to avoid it, but it's inevitable. It's inevitable, and God said that, and God put a stamp on that, and God ensured that they won't get away. Not with what they did to my baby, is what God is saying. Not all that they did to my baby, not all the bad choices that they made for their future. Uh oh, caught up, finding evidence, getting caught, cheating in some way, shape, or form. These people about to have court proceedings and court fees, and they gonna have to pay people back on top of being sued. They're gonna be left in Five of Pentacles, and it's all behind that. The Magician. It's all because of what they manifested. All because of what they wanted for you, and Temperance is being balanced out. Mad Hatter energy. Swap. Let's look at gifted God, grace of God. The grace of God was gifted onto you. I said gifted God, so you might be a gifted God. Confirmation. Making use of your skills that God gave you. Of course. Let's look at what it says in reverse, though. It says Nimrod, trickery,
Pikachu, Pikachu.
confirmation, wasted talent. They didn't make good use of their skills. They wasted it. what's the Canadian slang for because Drake used it, a waste man, a waste man. Waste pro could be significant. Taking out trash, garbage, garbage, dumpster, garbage pail, garbage pail poom, garbage pail poom. Someone that got a garbage pail poom did all of this, wasted. They didn't. They couldn't put the 304 down. They couldn't put it down. They couldn't get out their whole face. They called you a hoe because okay, you could admit, yeah, I was out here doing I was doing my thug dizzle. I caught some STIs, but never an STD by the grace of God, by the grace of God. Okay, he picked me up, turned me around, and put my feet on solid ground and said, now go this way. And I said, okay. You're mad because you didn't heed the warnings when he said stop that, go this way. You didn't say okay. You said, I want to do this. Oh my god, oh my god, and they're mad because they can't have that limited edition that you got. Oh my god, step your pussy up, step your pussy up. Is what I just heard. Yo, the ancestors are here now. The ancestors are here now. Sometimes, and reset is here too. Sometimes you can be a born again virgin. You can. God will restore you. He will. When you sit to yourself and you acclimate pH balance and you acclimate your waters, He will restore you. This is oh my God! All of your soul ties are being cleansed too. All of those that you've had encounters with are being cleansed too. So it's like they extra mad because they used to do that too. Why can't because you listened and when God turned you around and put your feet on solid ground and told you to go this way, you said okay, God. When they didn't, that's just what it is, y'all. I'm sounding repetitive, but it needs to be drove in that these people had chance after chance after chance, opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And God was steady talking to them, and they did not stop. They did not sit themselves down somewhere. They just kept going. Horses don't stop. They keep going and keep going and going. I mean, like I said, horses, but hustlers. Sometimes you gotta learn to put that down. One on a timer. New beginnings. New beginnings is very significant. Very, very significant. So let's keep going. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. Horses are significant, okay? God probably felt he's like, I don't feel like I'm beating a dead horse with this situation. Well, let's just go ahead and R.I.P. Just oh R.I.P. Just I don't want to say it, but R.I.P. Just let's just get one more, and then I'm gonna end it because it is getting redundant. Okay. Um, we got three mistletoe that trying to kiss and makeup. Mm-mm. Nope. Like I said, that opportunity for that is gone now. That deal is off the table. That deal lapsed. It lapsed. A plea deal could be significant. That plea deal lapsed. Now it's time. Um, Law of attraction, Queen of Pentacles. So you sitting in your Queen of Pentacles energy. Justice is manifesting, or it has manifested in the world. Uh, Liberty Mutual insurance policy is significant, but this is happening all over the world. This is worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. Miami 305. But Empress 10 trillion trust in God. Because of your trust in God, you're sitting on 10 trillion, not million, not even billion, trillion. You're rich in spirit. They trying to kiss and make up because they know this pentacle coming in. Because this pentacle coming in. Well, yeah, and it's tragic for them. They're crying over spilled milk because of the situation. All right, that's it. That's all. That's all. Um, like I said before, description box is where you can find every way that you can reach me: social media, donations, payment methods, as well as email. How you can get in touch with me for a reading. I'm doing $15.15. What does my higher self want me to know? Reading. Get in touch with your higher self because it's gonna put you on your highest path, and that way is always leading to God. Okay. Remember, we are all forever blooming, and I love you guys.